you're right, it's me. So I couldn't resist doing an Easter set. So I am using some nail nails polishes, and I'm going to do an ombre on this middle nail. And I am using Pepino Dulce, and I'm also going to use Forget Me Not and Mint to Be. Okay, so I'm going to pop those on in a trio, and then I'm going to use my nail nails ombre brush and ombre those together. I do, I think, 2 coats. I might even do 3. I can't remember. So we will see. So I'm just getting some paper towel down. If at any time in these videos I go off shot, I do apologise. I have now sorted it, and we are all taped up, so I know where I need to be. So I can only apologise. But yeah, just working that ombre in. And it's more difficult with, you know, different colours to ombre them. So if you work at it long enough, they do ombre together. Alright, so yeah, I'm just doing strokes back and 2. And I use a quick motion when I'm ombreing. I don't use a tap, tap, tap motion. I do swish, swish, swish. If I'm ombreing like a small thing, like if I was doing the heart and there was an outline on the heart that was darker red, then I tap that in. But this is the way I tend to do them. Don't know why, just do. So now I am going to use Cherry Blossom. If you hear any noises, it's my Siberian Husky and French Bulldog who are having an argument. So that's, it's kind of a pastel-y, like Easter set. But then I'm going to put another haul up that I did, which was from Amazon, and there's a product off that haul that is in this video, which I will tell you about when I get to it. Okay, so this is Mint to Be going on there, and then the other 2 colours are obviously Pepino Dolce and the Forget Me Not. So it's a really nice colour, that, isn't it? You know, like, I can't really describe it. It's like daffodil. There you go, I can describe it. So just getting a bit of hair off that, bit of floof. And there you go, it's gone. And I'm just going to work that gel polish back in. Hey, guys! So, as you can hear, the dogs are just playing. Right, okay, so they're going into the lamp. These polishes cure for 30 seconds. And yeah. So, what's everyone up to? Can you believe it's Mother's Day next week? And the clocks go forward, don't they? Typical on Mother's Day. Oh well, never mind. So in this set as well, we do some crystal placement. We're going to do some acrylic 3D work, and yeah, just something a bit different. But I just couldn't resist a bit of Easter. Just screams springtime to me. So that's why I'm doing it. So there you go, we're working the second coat of that ombre in now, back into motion again, up and down through that line. What I tend to do as well is actually wipe excess off my brush. Just because, you know, if I'm going then back down to the green at the bottom, I don't want the Forget Me Not to kind of interfere with the Mint to Be at the bottom. And the same at the top, you know, it'll just totally take off the ombre. So there we go. Just keep working that in for a second. Sorry about that. I just had to basically throw the dogs out. Well, I didn't throw them out, the floofers were just getting excited. So yeah, I'm still working that ombre through. Just take your time as much as you can with your ombre. You know, getting that blend right, it takes time to kind of master it, and especially with totally different colours. You know, like 2 blues together is a lot easier to do than a yellow, blue and a green. So, but yeah, like a challenge, anything for a challenge. So that's now gone back into the lamp. You see there? And let's see if I decide to. I can't remember, honestly. My mind, it's like a sieve. So I'm just holding it, I'm just showing you. I don't know why. So there we go. I'm taking the other ones back out. That is because the other nails were in the lamp, and I'm putting the ombre in now and took those out. So I'm just going to go in with my second coats of Cherry Blossom, Forget Me Not, and Mint to Be, and Pepino Dulce. I love that name, Pepino Dulce. Sounds proper funky. I love these colours as well. They're really, really springtime kind of, just pretty and bright colours, and I do love some bright nails. So getting that on there, even as I can. Give it a tilt just to make sure your line of light's going the right way through. You know, it's in a continuous line, no bumps or lumps. Whoop, there you go. And that's going to go in the lamp, and then the ombre is going to pop out in a second. So there we go. So there's the ombre. Yeah, so I'm going to do it a third time. Sometimes, can't remember who it was, he told me ages ago to work in threes sometimes. But yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's good enough in a two. Depends on the colours that I'm ombreing together. But this could just do with a little bit more. So I'm going to go in and ombre it again. I love this ombre brush as well from Nails. It's fantastic. So there we go, just blending that through again. So I'm actually going from the Forget Me Not into the mint green, into Mint to Be, and then back down again. And then I'll do the same with Pepino, Dulce and Forget Me Not. So up into it, then back down, then up into it and then back down, just to get a good blend. And then I decide that we're going to use this product in a second. That was from the Amazon haul, which I will be uploading later on today. So there you go, just showing you. Everything else has got to come out the lamp though first. Because I've set up a separate desk for doing videos because I want to do a lot more now. But I've only got one lamp on the desk. And it's one that I had from Essential Nails years and years and years and years ago. So yeah. So I'm just going to pop all those back out of the lamp and then pop my ombre in. And then we're going to do a little bit of a funkiness, I think, on these nails. So we didn't use any glitter today, which is like, I don't normally do that. I'm like proper glitter queen. And I didn't. So yeah, it goes to show you, but then I do something different on the nails. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. So I got this Blue Sky polish from Amazon, like I said, and it's called Black Confetti. Now, it's the speckled egg effect, basically. You can do this with gel paint on a small fan brush, but I just wanted to give it a whirl because I thought, why not? Obviously, this is just a press-on set. I don't normally go outside of the gel polish systems that I'm using, so everything that I use will be Neo if I'm using Neo, everything will be Gems if I'm using Gems, or everything's Makartt and I'm using Makartt, so other than gel paints. So yeah, but I just wanted to give it a bash because I thought, why not? Let's try these things that are quite cheap and cheerful, and you know, not everyone likes Blue Sky, no, you know. But, you know, work well on the press-on set, so hey ho. So that's those done. Now we've got our ombre out the lamp, and I am going to do the same on the ombre. Okay? I think it's really cute, that. Really cute. So yeah, I just wanted like springtime, chicks, trees, eggs. That's where I was coming from, guys. There we go. So what I did was brush it down the nail, and then sometimes like the confetti was going towards the bottom of the nail, and it's actually not confetti like confetti glitter. It's like confetti specks. Yeah. So then I'd work it back up the nail to spread it out evenly. Right, so I forgot to press record. We're doing an Easter Bunny 3D. So I'm using my Nails Pure White Acrylic, and I am using the brand new sparkly drama brush from Scarlett Senter. So I wanted to trial this on a video so I could show you exactly how much detail and depth you can get into this rabbit. Now at some points in this video I do go off screen, like I said, I can only apologise. I've taped off my table now, so I know exactly where my little chubby bat wings have got to be, because I just sometimes spread myself over my desk and then go out of shot. So I apologise. So what I'm doing is getting beads and just placing them down. And I'm using high-speed acrylic liquid from Neo Nails as well, because I want it to be pliable quite quickly, you know. Obviously, if you're new to like acrylic 3D work, get medium speed or max adhesion, because it sets up a lot slower. So yeah, so I'm just tapping that in because that's the base of his body. It's a little chubby rabbit. And you can see that I've actually built up the face. There you go, just zooming in. I built up the face there, and I've put an indentation where both the eyes are going to be, and I've put in an indentation where the mouth's going to be. So I'm just going to give him some chubby cheeks. So rabbits should have chubby cheeks. And then what I do is I just blend it out. So I'm blending it into the nose, into the forehead, and into the cheek, into the chin, the jaw. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm just pulling it round, making sure it's blended in nicely. There you go. So with this brush, it's ideal because I can pick up tiny beads on that point. I'm just putting him, it's like a muzzle, his snout, yeah. Where you boop his nose, that bit, you know. So yeah, so just to give it a bit more 3D definition, and so that it looks more realistic, kind of, you know, rather than, I wanted it to be a bit more 3D. So now we're going to start on his little legs, and we're doing his hind legs, just there, popping a bead down. So this brush is absolutely amazing because you can see it's quite flat as well. So I can get right in to make those legs, you know, really shape up as a leg. And then I can use the belly of the brush to actually blend those, like I'm doing there, into the body. And then I can get, because it's so pointed and so flat, I can get underneath that foot to pull it up to make it look like it's sat, because it just looks like a blob there, doesn't it? It's just a bit of a blob. So you can see I'm just chiseling into it, just there, pulling up again, constantly moving around that bead. And then if you just watch, there you go, the foot's starting to appear, blending it in. That was too big, that bead, so I just wiped a bit off onto my mat. Be careful because that can dry out your bead though. So you can see I'm still manipulating and getting stuff where I want to. I've not lifted those beads up yet. Wait, there you go. There you are. I'm just lifting it up so his little feet are flat. So it actually looks like he's stood. So this is one of the times I go off shot. Sorry about that. I will get there. I will get there. I'm doing this like a lot more now. So really looking forward to all the plans I've got are just what I've really wanted to do for ages, and I'm so happy with the way things are going. So there we go. So we're doing his little arms now, but I want them to look like they're like flopped over a little bit. So we're going to put his arms in first, and then we basically put boxing gloves on him. So you can get this drama brush from www.scarlettsenter.co.uk, and you can get 10% off it if you use the code Andrea10. Okay? Which always helps, doesn't it? Always helps. So I'm also going to use the Boom brush as well, which is the most minute detailer ever. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I also use the Crystal Pro. And you can use that discount code on glitters, nail art goodies, on brushes. Fantastic, honestly. So you can see I'm just going underneath the arm with the flat of the brush. I'm just picking it up a little bit. Now I'm going to do the other arm as well. Now let that one set up a minute, and then I'm popping that one on. And then we're going to do the same again. So same direction, same kind of, I want it to kind of come out from the body, and then I want the paws to drop. So bear that in mind. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm actually filling out the chest area. So I'm filling out the chest, blending it into the neck and into the arm, kind of where the arm joins to the body. Do you know what I mean? Apologies, I'm going off shot again. And I'm just blending that down, cleaning up around the sides. That's all I'm doing. For the love of God, Andrea, that's it. Right, so now we're putting the boxing gloves on. So I'm just popping those on, letting them set up for a minute. And then I'm going to constantly move them. Just moving them, wiping my brush off, because this is, the idea is that this is going to dry the bead out. You can see it's quite pliable anyway, because it's moving as a full bead, isn't it? So you can see that I'll start to just push it down a little bit. It looks like his little arms, his little paws are flopping over. So there you go. And I'm constantly smoothing out as well, because I don't want to do any filing on anything that's 3D. I don't think it's necessary on stuff like this. So I'm just giving him a little belly, because I've got one, so we may as well have one as well. So I'm just blending that in between his behind legs, round his side, but making sure I keep the definition of where his feet are sticking out. Yeah, so like rounding underneath his belly, and then I'm just popping a bead on his chest. I'm doing the same again, remembering to keep my definition on those legs, so it's purely just to blend out, smooth over and join everything together smoothly. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Oh, come on. Andrea, come back in shot, babe. There you go, a little bit. So there you go. And then I'm just smoothing at the top of the arms there. That's all I'm doing. Just using my boob brush to smooth those out. So cleaning around all my sides. I think I do pop him a little bum on his little, his tail, his little bum, his tail, sorry. So popping that on. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to smooth down again on his chest. It obviously bothered me. How white is this white, by the way? Love it. It's not as good as Mega White, to be fair, but I haven't got much Mega White left and I need to keep it in case a client says, I want an ombre. So I decided to use pure white colour. I'm now getting out Magic Wand, and I'm going to use that for inside the ears. Just a small dry bead right on the point of my brush and popping it into that ear. Now the other ear, we're not going to see it on because it's bent the other way. So, and then we're going to use a tiny dot from the nose, a little pink nose. Oh, excuse me. So, just going to put a little bit more on, tiny amount. Because this is quite a glittery acrylic. So, I just wanted to build up a bit more colour. Now, you can see that I'm actually pushing in the middle of that pink to create the inside of an ear. And cleaning around the side so you can still see white. Now we're going to pop some eyeballs in, and we're also going to use this for a little bit of shading where I just water it down on my nail just so I can shade the acrylic a little bit. So I've gone off screen because I'm absolutely hopeless. How annoying is that? Basically, there we go. That's one eyeball in. Okay. And I'm just cleaning that round so it goes round, because your bead will spread. It doesn't matter what size bead you put down unless you drain the bead on kitchen towel, and I didn't want to do that with this. But I can actually go in right with the tip of that brush and make those two little tiny beads round. Just putting a bit more pink on his nose there. There we go. So now you can see that I'm going to put a little bit of black on my nail in a sec, which is just a shade around the neck, the arms, the legs, the ears. There you go. I'm just, which you shouldn't do. You should have a glove on really, but it's only my nail, so, and it's only nail art on here. It's not in contact with the skin of me. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just basically shading. I know I've gone off screen. I know. But I know. That's my Chihuahua's barking. So I will just go and sort them out. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Right, so yeah, I'm just doing that little bit of shading around the base of the ears, round the back of the ear that's flopped over with no pink on it. That's what I'm doing. I'm also going in where the joins of the legs to the body are and the arms to the body, and just around the neck area. Okay, so really just watered down acrylic, and then I'm popping his tail on. So just making that round, and then making an indentation near the body so it looks like it's going out of the body. So yeah, it's starting to take shape as a little rabbit. So there we go, just making sure I'm cleaning around the sides, cutting in where that bunny tail is. Okay, so now what we're going to do, just using some Amy G paint there, it was just what was to hand. So I'm going to make his little mouth. Okay, so you can't really see, but I think I do zoom in. There you go. So we've got the indentation where the mouth is just underneath that snout. So I'm just going to fill it in a little bit with my tiny broom brush, which is amazing for doing really, really small work. Now I'm just putting him a top row of lashes on, which is what I'm doing there, just to kick out to the side, just to basically make him look cute. Some whiskers on the cheeks next to the nose, not on the cheeks next to the mouth. And turning it upside down. If it was on your client, what you do is get them to turn the hands upside down and then bend the fingers, so then you can get in where the cuticle is that way down. So there you go. So just done that. I'm quite happy with that. And then I do put some white dots into his eye with Amy G white paint as well. And then this nail we are going to do some crystal placement on. So what I'm going to use is, of course, Scarlett Senter Crystal Pro, because what else would you use? I'm going to use my Makartt rhinestone glue, and I'm applying that with my boom brush. Okay, so I'm just going to do cuticle cuff, because we've got the 3D work. I didn't want it to be too overpowering, because that 3D nail art is quite a big feature on the nails. So what I'm going to do is actually use, it's the Alice 3D collection that I'm using, and I'm going to pick up using my Crystal Pro and just use alternate sizes from the centre down to the sides. So the Makartt glue is the best glue by far I've ever used on gems, on any form of crystal. It doesn't require you flash curing it. They will stay where they are, even your caviar beads just rarely move while you're working. So yeah, and I also use my Makartt, well, I call it my crystal placement white, and I'll show you why in a minute. So we're just popping those on, really springy, beautiful colours, all the way to where the cuticle bends round. That's Charlie, my French bulldog, crying. No, Charlie, because he's just a wimp, because my daughter's gone to work. So there we go. And now we're going to use some Scarlett Senter silver caviar beads. Now these are metal caviar beads, ranging from a 0.4 to a 0.8 millimeter. Absolutely fantastic for this. I choose to use the larger ones at the top of that cuticle cuff and the smaller ones at the bottom. So yeah, I'm just going to go in with those caviar beads. So I'm putting them onto my kitchen towel. I've got a little bit of base coat on my brush just to be able to pick them up, and they are going into my Makartt rhinestone glue. I've got a discount code for Makartt if you want to use it, which why wouldn't you want 15% off? It's Andrea15, but I'll leave the link in the bio where you automatically get that knocked off. not in the bio, in the description box. So I'm just adding a little bit of that rhinestone glue into the crevices where I want these caviar beads to go, and I'm using my boom brush because it is so tiny. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to use the bigger caviar beads at the top of the nail and the smaller ones underneath, and to make trios on the end. So here we go, let's do this, get these on. So there you go, starting into the corners. You see those crystals aren't moving a dot, are they? I absolutely love this. Charlie, come here, come here. That's a good boy. Right, so I'm putting those on. It's just missing my daughter, God bless them. And creating the trio at the end. And again on that end. So, and they're the smallest ones that I'm using for my trios on the end. And then we'll make sure the ones are popped on the top that we need as well. I just think a bit of crystal placement should always be on the nail, to be fair. Although, have found, well, I'll have to show you. When they come, I'll do a haul because I'm dead pleased. Well, in fact, I've got two things that are coming, which I'm really pleased about, but one more than the other. So this is my Makartt crystal placement lamp. That's what I call it. It's just a solo lamp. But it's on offer at $11.50 on the Makartt UK app, and you also get your 15% off with my code. It's fantastic for doing crystal placement when you don't want to put the entire hand into a lamp, or if you want to just freeze it quickly, you just press the button down. There's a switch on the side to turn it on. Press the button down for 30 seconds, hold the button down, and it goes to 60. So that's basically what I'm showing you here. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant as well for when you're doing character artwork and you just want to freeze and then come without going in and out the lamp, and it also kind of stops people from knocking their hands when they get into the lamp, which I love. So yeah, so that Makartt glue actually sets in 60 seconds. Sorry, I'm having to stroke Charlie while I'm voiceovering. So that's that done. I think there's a bit of acrylic on my desk there. So there we go. And that's the inside of it. It's bright considering. So there's that nail, totally out of focus because I've moved the Makartt lamp out of the way. So I'm just going to show you. So that's an opal that we've put in the middle of there. It's absolutely beautiful. So yep, and now I'm just going to wipe my desk over. So this is my discount code for Scarlett Senter. So this is for the Crystal Pro, the boom, and everything else. That was Andrea 10. This is Makartt for the glue and the lamp, and that's Andrea 15. Okay, so I'm just going to show you these now. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe my channel. I really appreciate it because I love doing these videos and showing you different bits and bobs that I like doing. So that is our crystal placement nail. Then we're going to add them one by one. So next one is we are putting our bunny rabbit, and so that will go on my ring finger, I'm kind of guessing. And then we're going to add the rest of our eggshell nails. So I really like this this kind of Easter theme set. I think it's really super cute, and I love the drama brush because how good is that? That was the first time me using it, and I must admit I'm quite impressed. I really like it. So it is amazing, to be fair. So is all the Scarlett's brushes. So that is the set done. I really enjoyed this. I hope you did. There's your close-up so you can see that blink sparkling. And our little bunny sat there, which is cool. And there's some more pictures. A bit brighter again. And they're the brushes and pro that I use. That's my discount code for Scarlett's. And that's my discount code for Makartt. Please come and join me again. Thanks for watching.